am heading to Upper Huntress Slot Canyon, I believe it's called. And I just had some issues with directions to the trailhead, but I think I found it. So we're gonna give it a try. The trailhead that I was able to find access to takes you down a dirt road in the beginning. And I'm sure if you have like a 4-wheel drive vehicle, you could drive down this road, but my vehicle is not 4-wheel drive and does not go off-roading. So I'm following this road to the trailhead. It's pretty sandy in some areas, but also like rocky in others. Whoa, that was a crazy hill I just came down. Super sandy and rocky, and it looks like it's an ATV trail, but I literally don't know how you would take an ATV down that. Skies are pretty gloomy, so it doesn't look like there's been water here for a long time, but I am kind of watching my escape routes in case there's flash flood for some reason. I don't think there will be, but keeping that in mind, because hiking in a slot canyon when there's a flash flood is extremely dangerous for obvious reasons. I should be almost to the end. I'm curious to see how far this actually goes. Once you get past where ATVs cannot go, it's honestly so beautiful in here. Incredible. So grateful to be out here. So I made it to the end. This is where the water would come pouring out if I was in a flash flood. So keep an eye on that. It does look like there's a route up right here to maybe hike up and over. However, I am not going to do that today. I'm just going to take in this view, soak it up, have a little snack here, and hike back to my car. So I sat down for like 5 seconds and all these little black flies or gnats or something started landing and swarming around me because I'm sure I smell super delicious and salty right now. So I just decided to start walking back right now and eat as I go. Here are my snacks. I got some honey stingers and some beef jerky. So I'm going to snack on these as I walk back. Time to go up the insanely sandy, crazy trail to get back up to the ATV trail. May have to empty my shoes out at the top again. I mean, just look at this. What the heck? What ATV can get up this? Crazy. Look at this insanity. Doesn't look that steep on camera, but it's really freaking steep up there. Okay, so, catching my breath. I just made it to the top of the trailhead, but I parked about a mile out. So I added about a mile on either side of the hike. Normally it would probably be 3 miles maybe. So I just made it a little bit longer, but honestly it's not that big of a deal. When I come out here to hike, I come to hike. So it was really beautiful. Not quite what I expected, but still worth it. Huntress Slot Canyon. Now this is one that I was a little bit surprised about. I did not realize it was going to be an ATV trail the whole time. And on top of that, I had a hard time finding the trailhead, and looking back, the reason for that is the actual Slot Canyon is just a small portion of all these ATV trails that go all along this whole area that I was hiking in, and so that was a part of the problem. I did find a spot where I was able to park my car and find access to the trailhead, and I will link those coordinates into the comments below, so if you want to give this hike a try, you can. Also, I said in the video that if you have a four-wheel drive vehicle, you can probably get up to the point before you climb down into the Slot Canyon and park your car there. However, I did not, so I parked about a mile away from that point. Once you're at that point, I would say it's about 1.5 miles up through this Slot Canyon, and then 1.5 miles back. Round trip from the actual point of the trailhead, it is about 3 miles. However, I did add about 1 mile on either side. So in total, it was about 5 miles for me, and it was really, really pretty the whole time. My elevation gain was 387 feet throughout the whole time. I would say a lot of that is felt when you're climbing out of the Slot Canyon. Everything else is pretty slow, steady incline, and you don't really notice it a whole lot. Had I known this hike was an ATV trail, would I have done it? Yes, I want to say yes, probably I still would have done it. I think I just would have gone into it with a different mindset, expecting it to be an ATV trail most of the time instead of expecting it to be this like really small Slot Canyon type thing. So that's kind of what I got out of it. It was really incredible the whole time. After I got back to my car, I was reading some of the All Trails comments. I should probably have done that first. And someone commented that this was the worst hike they've ever done. And I wouldn't go that far. It's not the worst hike I've ever done. It was really pretty, really beautiful, just not quite what I expected. There is a lot of sand on this trail. Going down into the Slot Canyon, it may be helpful if you have some trekking poles to bring with you and stabilize you as you start heading down. Everything else was pretty fine. Like, I did not have any issues. I would not say that's a super difficult hike. Besides that one 200-foot section of pretty steep downhill. The day that I happened to do this hike, it was really overcast and really nice actually. If it wasn't overcast, I would have been in the sun most of the time. So there's not a ton of shade along that trail. You are pretty exposed. So make sure you bring water and sunscreen if you need it. That is going to wrap up this video. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions, comments about this hike, please leave them in the comment section below this video. And if you have any recommendations of hikes for me, please let me know in the comments below as well. I would love to hear where you guys recommend me hiking. I hope you guys have an incredible day today. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye!